Hi there, this is Rob from Eminisniper. I just wanted to go over a couple of the indicators that have been introduced in the last month or so. One is our dots. So this is just a page out of the forum that we're looking at where we're just kind of explaining. We can see what we're generally after is seeing our targeter line cross that dotted magenta, and that may happen at that midline, it may not, but we're not really interested in the trade until that green line can get to the midline. So sometimes they will cross further away, and we don't really care about it until we can get down to that point. Now, occasionally the market will kind of horse around before the trade goes in our direction. So in this case, targeter would be in short side territory all the way through here. So basically from 6 a.m. to about 7:36 or so. So we get this push. Here's where our dot prints. Our dot is basically telling us that some of the noise in the market is cleared out and that we can expect a stronger push. Now this dot might come in a little bit late. You may do just fine using bid-ask crossing your midline, showing us that selling pressure is picked up, that the buying pressure is curbed, and the sellers are coming in. But in this case, so this trade works out fine. As far as when we cross long, you can see that we do get up to that midline, and then the green turns back down, giving us a little bit of heat on this trade. When we print our dot, then it's basically smooth sailing straight ahead. On this short, so we have our targeter line crossing that dotted magenta and crossing that midline down. Now in this case, we do print a couple of green candles, and this could potentially knock you out before the trade gets going in your direction. So that's just that page out of the forum. I'll go ahead and I'll drag over another chart from today. So this is just some of today's action. This red dot here, we wouldn't care because targeter is above our dotted magenta. So that means that we're looking for a long in this scenario. It could have crossed down, and the other indicators could have lined up for a short, but it didn't. So we print this dot long, and then basically, the market goes up about 60 ticks straight up. In this case, we have one of those high crosses, and so we're not interested until we can get that green line down to that midline, because it may horse around up here, and that means that price is not going to go in our direction until that happens. So in this case, we get down to the midline. That coincides with bid-ask going short, but we don't get that oscillator dot to turn over until this point. So we can see this is a rather severe retrace before the trade goes in our direction. So very helpful in this case, definitely what we're looking for. And then as far as this long, we can see we came up a bit. We printed this kind of wicky candle in this case, and then we didn't print our dot that coincides with this oscillator turning up. So this oscillator is just like bid-ask. It's just not as reactionary. So let's have a look at another chart that has the same things on it, and just kind of get a feel for what we're looking at. In this case, this whole time, our oscillator is staying long, and then at some point it goes short. So in areas like this where you might think, oh, it's time to go short, because we've gone down on our targeter and bid-ask has gone below the midline, so let's hop in short. However, our dot oscillator is telling us that there's much more buying pressure in the market than selling pressure, and so your short isn't going to go anywhere. Now what that can be is an additional entry long. So bid-ask, it does actually help that it's kind of reactionary in that way, because it can give you an additional entry in a trade that you might not have caught. In this case, our only dot that printed was here. And then on the short, the only dot that printed was here. So this is the short playing out right down to our moving average, and our long kind of slim pickings if you're only looking for those dots, because you're not getting many in that 45-minute period or whatever. So alright, let's have one more look at some trades from today. Just using, again, this is just an 8 and an 8, 8 tick stop, 8 tick target. So here's our first one. So this is basically just our dot oscillator, getting above the midline. And then nothing was taken on the short. Dot oscillator again, long. And then on the short, this is that short side. This is the long. And then dot oscillator lining up again on the short. And then nothing was taken long. Short playing out, and then dot oscillator crossing long and the long. Sorry, that's off your screen. So that's that one. So anyhow, that's what we're looking for. That's how we use it. And I'll have this posted in the forum and on YouTube. And we are actually having a NinjaTrader webinar tomorrow, so we'll talk about that. And if you don't make it, then it'll be posted on the website. All right, thanks a bunch. Appreciate it.